Hey Paul, how you going?
Good.
That's good. Great news. I got your referral back from Dr. Cornish.
Oh, great.
How did your appointment go with him?
Yeah, no problems at all. Just basically just went through our action plan again and there was no problems at all. They said keep going while I'm going and any other issues just come back and see, but should be all okay.
Yeah, perfect. So I got that letter confirmation back as well. And he said that he agrees with the exercise you're doing and you can perhaps even increase the intensity.
Nah, well, let's see how we go.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. So, reason why you're here today is we're doing some fitness testing and programming for you. So, how do you feel about that?
Yes, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
All right. Awesome. So, what we're going to do now is go through some details. I got some information from you last time with that health screening. So some of that I'm going to use as part of this fitness programming. So what I'll do, get you just fill out the top details again there for me. And most people stress about, I guess, the fitness testing. But the way I like to look at it is it gives us a really great baseline. So we look to see where you are at now, and then gives you something that you can either work on, or if you're aiming for some goals and want to work towards it, we can actually go through and evaluate. So it's a really great way to measure your progress as well.
Sure.
Got that filled in for me, amazing. Alright, so first part is talking about your goals. So the goals are super important, and it helps me, I guess, understand the reason for wanting to come to the gym and ensuring that we're actually targeting what you want, so you can achieve what you're setting out to do, yeah?
Sure.
Perfect. So when we look at the first part, what are you looking at? What's your major goals or targets?
Mainly just lose a bit of weight, lose the fat.
Yep.
I guess the weight isn't exactly an issue, but just lose fat, really.
So body fat?
Yeah. And just general fitness.
Yep.
Nothing really targeted, just sort of basically just generally be more fit.
Yep. So looking at body fat decrease, which may potentially result in some weight loss and more just that general fitness. Are you looking at, any cardio or anything like that when you say fitness? What does that mean to you?
I guess a bit of cardio is in there, like asthma.
Yeah.
That can be a bit of a challenge, but still, yeah, I think we need cardio to keep asthma in check. So,
yep.
And cardio.
And what about your nutritional diet?
Could definitely use improvement.
Yep.
Definitely use improvement. For sure.
Okay. Awesome. Any particular body parts that you wish to train? So you're looking at working on any particular areas?
Not necessarily, no.
No?
Just a general overall.
Yeah. So a bit of all, full body.
Yeah.
And what would you say your top two health and fitness goals are?
To lose the fat.
Yep.
Basically just lose fat so I'm comfortable.
Lose body fat, yep.
And just be able to maintain, I guess, general day-to-day activities
Yep.
without feeling like I'm about to die.
Is that how you currently feel at the moment?
A little bit.
Yep. So improve fitness levels.
Yes.
So this will be really great for us today. As I said, it gives us a baseline of where you're at, and then we can actually see where we're progressing and do follow-ups. Now, how long after you begin your training do you expect it to take to be able to see the changes in your body?
I don't have any real expectations, but I'd like to see, I guess, improvements by the month, I guess, of some sort.
Yep. So 4 weeks, yep.
Yeah.
Great. And is there any specific event or date that you want to reach your end goals by?
Oh, no real end goal, end results, end date, sorry. It's more about long-term ability, I guess.
Fantastic. You mentioned you're already going to the gym, which is fantastic, so you get a bit of an understanding. How would you describe your current knowledge of exercise and fitness training. So familiar, a little bit of experience, quite experienced, or an expert?
I'd say I'm definitely familiar.
Yep.
Basic knowledge, but definitely familiar.
Yep. So a little experience
A
then.
little bit.
Yep.
I have a little bit.
And what's the motivator for you to achieve your goals? Is there something that you're looking to do?
More for just mental health and really just to be fitter.
Yep.
That's really no real.
You got any events or anything coming up?
Not necessarily, no. Just improve my own general well-being in general.
Yep. So perhaps looking at the reflection in your mirror or
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
bit of body acceptance.
Yeah.
Yep. Amazing. On a scale of 1 being the least and 10 being the most, how motivated are you to achieve your goals, do you think?
I'd say definitely 8 to 10.
Amazing. Yep. Great. So it's something you really want to do.
Yeah.
Now, this is always an important one for us to get an understanding of, especially when I'm writing a program for you. So what, if any, are expected barriers towards your exercise program? So what I'm looking at here is, some of the things that would make you not be able to exercise.
I get potential time constraints.
Yep, and what does that mean?
So potentially just trying to work out around my work schedule.
Okay, so work, yep.
So just time to do it, basically.
And what does work schedule look like?
Pretty full on days. I can start quite early.
Yep.
It is quite a physical job as well. So late finishing. So
Yep.
by the end of the day, I'm pretty tired. So we're looking at morning.
Yep.
Some sort of scheduling in there.
And that's what you've been doing at your other gym? And how's that? You've been pretty consistent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit good some days. No, I haven't. Just been tired or just to lack of time.
Yeah, if we're looking at a week, how many on average are you hitting, like 4 or 5 times?
Oh, definitely 4, mostly 5 times a week. But yeah, I'd say on average at minimum 4, but
Wow.
mostly 5.
So it really ties up with your motivation that you're actually wanting to do it. Great. So morning. Perfect. Now, we've got this from what you filled in last time, which is great. So your current exercise though, your routine's effective, very effective?
Current exercise is probably, it has its ups and downs, I guess you could say. So I think it could be more effective.
No, your routine.
Oh, routine? Oh, yeah, routine.
Yep, so that's get up and go before work.
Yeah.
Yep, so very effective. And I'm going to copy this down from your other one, which is great. We put that down at 570 minutes a week. And we had 1.5 hours Monday to Friday. And then an hour walking, wasn't it? Yep. Sometimes my memory works. And these are medium, light, so walk and strength. Okay, important part, especially when it comes to, you mentioned about wanting to lose some body fat. Next questions I'm going to go to is just in regards to your current nutrition. So, when we're looking at how you describe your eating and drinking, I've got 4 options here for you. So we've got not healthy at all, healthy some of the time, healthy most of the times, or healthy all the time.
I'd say healthy most of the time.
Yep. And when we look here, is there any specific days that you're less likely to be that healthy? So
Probably weekends is usually the more times I probably think about being unhealthy eating, I guess.
so during the week, that Monday to Friday, would you say mostly?
Mostly consistent.
Yep. Is it Friday night or more the weekends that we're going with the sometimes?
A bit of sometimes a Friday, but mostly the weekend.
Yep. So we're going to go sometimes there?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. And how do you think you could improve your nutrition?
A better eating plan. I guess choices.
Yeah.
If you could maybe provide some sort of eating plan potentially, that could be helpful.
What I can do is I've got some information here from the healthy eating guidelines, and essentially I always come prepared.
Good.
So have you ever seen this before?
I guess bits and pieces here and there, but never really.
Okay. So this is from the Australian government website, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some information by email as well. Essentially the Eat for Health. So it talks about 5 principles. One here is not going to be applicable to you because it relates to breastfeeding.
Oh, good. Right. Yeah.
But essentially it is to achieve and maintain a healthy weight, be physically active, and choose amounts of nutritious food and drinks to meet energy needs. Number 2 is enjoy a wide variety of nutritious foods from the 5 food groups every day and drink plenty of water. Limit intake of foods containing saturated fat, added salt, added sugars and alcohol. And then the last one's just related to storing the food properly, okay? So we'll go over this in a little bit more detail, but essentially looking to get a huge variety out of these 5 boxes, right? And is that what I guess the Monday to Friday looks like for you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've got some used small amounts. So you've got, your vegetable oils, things like that. And then these are our sometimes in small amounts, your alcohol, chocolate, chips, takeaway food, all the things that we essentially crave,
Yes.
but may not be good for us.
The good stuff.
Yeah. So when it comes to an eating plan, unfortunately I'm not able to provide you one. But what I think would be a really great idea is I'm going to send you some information on email. I'm just going to get you to track what you're eating for me for the next week or so, okay? That way it's a good indicator for you to actually write down and be accountable for your choices. And then just keep in mind, stick this up on your fridge, something to refer to. And then we can have a look and see how you're going there. But yeah, in regards to an actual structured eating plan, I can't. We'll see how that goes and what options to, refer you to perhaps chat to a dietitian, and have a look where we're at from there.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So these are yours.
Yep.
So I'm going to put in here what support. So knowledge, which I've just given you the 5
Healthy eating.
guides to healthy eating. That looks pretty familiar.
It does.
Yep.
It does.
How many are we hitting here? Is that
Yeah,
the weekend stuff?
Yeah, that's the weekend stuff for sure. Yeah.
I get it, really. All right, so amazing. That's our lifestyle part. Guess what? We're on to the fun stuff now.
The fun stuff.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.